G'day guys, I'm Paul Smith and Director of Effective Landscape and Drainage Solutions. Now we're up at a job at Tewantin today. I just wanted to show you quickly why Agline doesn't work long term. It's really simple to see why people use it and why they install it, but if it's not installed correctly, A, it's not going to work. Secondly, it deteriorates over a long period of time. And thirdly, the roots get into it, block it up, fills with soil, and it's useless anyway, so you're just wasting your money. So as you can see here, we've actually gone through and removed the existing ag line. I want to show you what the issue with it is. You can see throughout the alignment of this ag line, or this drainage coil, whatever you want to call it, is absolutely useless. It's been in the ground for a number of years, hasn't been laid in any fabric, it hasn't been laid with any rock, it's just simply been laid into a clay-based soil, which has simply just blocked it up and pretty much had money thrown in the ground. So what we're doing today is installing Capiphon Drainage System. So Capiphon is a simple system that we actually use and put in a hard pipe. So a 50mm hard pipe is going to go back into this trench in a layer of sand. The Capiphon belt is going to be cut into that in slots at 600 centres to actually pick up the water that's coming over the top of the garden bed, typical estate block which has been cut in, picking up the water from existing properties and surrounding properties, coming over the top of the wall in heavy rain, coming under the wall and seeping through this clay layer at the base as well. So what we're doing today is creating an intercept drain. So we're putting this at about 300mm off this wall. There is an existing a future deck to go in over here, so we're allowing for the footings to go in there as well. So essentially 300mm deep trench we're going to put in, running down to a gully pit at the other side of the yard. This is going to pick up the water coming over the wall, coming down the wall and coming through the soil and picking it up into this sand trench that's going to be throughout here. So Agline, it doesn't work, it's deteriorated over time. You can see the slots in it, you can see the cracks in it, you can see where roots and the water, well, this is where the water is meant to get into these perforated slots, but what that does is allow soil to get into that, allows root systems to get into that, simply allows it to block up over time, making for a useless drain. So recap later how this is all going, but Capiphon Drainage, new drainage system, very simple, comes on a roll, installed into hard pipe, so it can't block up. Any fines that do get into the belt are fine enough to be able to be washed out, allowing for your drainage system to be a long-term solution for anything to do with water issues around your property. Take care guys. For this job today we're putting our centres at 600mm. So what I like to do, and what makes it easier going forward if you're doing this from a DIY perspective, is because we've got multiple pipes, we've got about 46 linear metres of pipe to put in today at 600 centres. So putting all the pipe on a set of saw stools, securing them nicely just with a strap or something just in between where our joins are going, so you can actually go through and mark all your joins in one go. Then you can get the grinder out. All we're doing is basically at our 600mm centres, we space out, we mark a bit of the belt, the width of it, which this belt is 100mm. So scribe along the edge of that. Then you've got your marks ready to go all the way along the actual pipe itself at our centres. Get the grinder out. We put a nick into the pipe, so this belt actually will slot down inside of the pipe itself. A silicone bead will go across the back of the flat side of this belt, securing that into the pipe. It's ready for install. You can see how we've laid this pipe work into the trench now. Layer of sand underneath just to create the fall. Capiphon belt essentially sits, as we backfill, will sit vertical into the 200 odd deep trench. The last of the tail will fold just underneath the soil, allowing for any of that water coming through the retaining wall or over the retaining wall to capture into the intercept drain. So you can see we've effectively created a perimeter around the property and the retaining wall, allowing for any water or any excess water to come through and get captured, taking it back down to the existing gullies. So that's Capiphon Intercept drain installed, ready for backfill. You can see where we've come through here, effectively just leaving the sand at finished surface level, pit to be set to height once that's established, leaving your backfilled trench. What's important to note here, unlike the ag line that we dug out, which was installed incorrectly in the first place with no fabric wrapping around it, no stone to allow the water to get in effectively, Capiphon Drainage System doesn't require fabric, it doesn't require drainage stone, therefore making the application and installation a lot quicker, a lot easier, a lot more cost effective long term. So you can see that we're just backfilling that trench with a nice good clean quality sand. As I said before, the bedding goes down, material goes around the pipe. If we come up to the belt, what we do here is essentially just pack around the sand under the belt. The belt will essentially just lay flat there, that being roughly around surface height here. Sand goes back over the top. As the trench gets filled, that's it, you don't see the tails, and that will complete the Capiphon drainage installation. You can see we've finished the Capiphon install now. The trenches have all been backfilled with our nice sand, so the alignment being under the paint mark, so Capiphon drainage install complete in the backyard. So there you go, get in touch if you want to know more.